Good, good, good. I are looking for us live, baby. Where are you starting, Facebook or YouTube's?
Well, whichever one pops up first.
Kiss it twice.
I couldn't resist.
You could resist. Well, of course not. That was
Okay,
perfect.
Facebook and
All right.
both of them are live
looking,
now.
are looking for us. I see it where it says Levy there. Click on it. Scroll down.
Oh, man.
Hello, my dearie. Click the mute button.
I know. Gotta remember to put
Shift
the
you to
mute
the left
button.
a little bit. Hello, Rumi.
We're sharing. So as soon as we're done sharing, we will
Looking for
be.
us. I see it where it says Levy there. I hear me. On it. Scroll down.
Oh, man.
Oh, my. It's lions and tigers and bears. Oh,
I
my.
know, right?
We be live again. Oh, no, I want the whole thing, please. Yes, close player. Thank you. There's the whole page. And back on this side. There is share. Share.
We're so slow.
We be live.
Whoa! What happened to the Jackhole page? This group has been archived.
Uh-oh.
Mr.
It went away?
Larky, want to tell me what that with that? Okay, no sharing in
Hey,
there.
Sarah. Hey, Matt. Evening, guys. How's audio, Matt? Oh, that's right. You're not across the water. Anyway, stateside, Matt. How's that audio?
Oh,
Hi,
man.
Sarah. Hola, friends.
Whew.
Buenos noches. Prost.
We're in slow motion, sorry.
Yeah. It's a holiday of sorts.
In my brain it is.
Ah,
In my brain.
got you both on Facebook and YouTube. Woohoo! Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. And the tunage.
Music's coming in a second.
So how is everybody this fine evening? I'm just babbling while you're finishing pushing buttons.
I think I'm done. Okay.
So-
All right.
so-
I'm ready for some music. Here.
Do us, honey.
Did somebody just ping me or you?
That wasn't me, Ding. Had to been you, Ding.
Matthew Harker long
Heard a ding.
story about the Jackhole page. There was another one that Lori just started. Well, tell her thanks for inviting us. If you're in it, Matt, please share the stream and send me an invite while you're at it. Here comes the music.
Musica, musica, musica.
Hello, everybody.
And
To a page. Puff, puff, pass, pass.
always.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's a fabulous Saturday. Kind of drizzly and gray here tonight, though.
Oh,
How
we
about
got black
down
and it
yonder?
thundered and lightened and all the stuff, and then nothing.
And then nothing.
And then the
It
sun
just
came
fizzled
back
and
out about
passed.
an hour later. I mean, seriously, it didn't do anything.
Oh goodness. It's it started out sunny this morning. It was beautiful, and then I don't know, probably about 1ish, give or take. It got all gray. Rained 3 or 4 different times. Not exactly super hard, but enough to get everything damp, and the lawn needed it, so that was a
Damp
good
or
thing.
moist?
Well, you know, it rained goodly, but not, it didn't drown everything out. We weren't deluged.
So it
So,
was
yeah, I
moist.
guess you could just say moist.
I couldn't resist that one. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, when you leave oneself open for them, if you don't use them, it's more of a sin to let it go to waste than to zing somebody. You know the saying, open mouth, insert foot.
Oh, I do
Well,
that
I
all the
had
time.
tendency to open mouth, insert both feet, wide enough to tie my own tennis shoes. So yeah, and when they're there, you got to use them. It's sacrilegious not to.
That's my yeah. I'm a big time open mouth insert foot. Did it earlier today too. Don't remember what, but I remember looking at my roommate going, "Yeah, open mouth insert foot."
Hey, Timmy, that's funny. That is, but it's the time of the season or the season of the time. I don't know. It's just kind of sometimes we just happens. It do.
Thank you,
Um,
Sarah. She's posting to her Mojo group.
hey, taxi's here. I think Mike's ride's here. I do believe I hear it in the background. Hopefully the mic won't. Oh, jeez, oh, Pizzo. Those things are so ruddy loud.
Chuck, 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 chuck.
Taxi's here. Yeah, he's a little bit early. He's usually about 10 after, so he's running just slightly fast. And Sarah said she posted to the Mojo page, please join there for Legendary Children's. Okay.
I haven't seen
Should
that
we
one.
kick this little puppy
Yes, sir,
off?
we Bob,
Should
we
I thing my do?
Yes, sir.
Oh, God, sir, who's here? What did I do now? Do I need Geritol and a walker? Did I leave a wet spot? Oh, my gosh. Good even, my fellow, ain't you a peachers? Happy Saturday. It's the 255th day with 111 still to go. Today is National Day of Encouragement. This day is dedicated to uplifting people around us and making a positive impact. Offering encouragement to someone is free. It never costs us anything, unless you get kicked in the shins for it, but hopefully you won't. A few words inspire a student, a coworker, or a friend, your neighbor, your pet puppy dog. It doesn't matter. Pat them on the head and tell them you love them. Even a reassuring word to a stranger may make the difference in their lives. Something kind like, get off my lawn. It's also the coworker National Video Games Day, and that celebrates all the ways we enjoy good video game challenge. For me, in video games, I did used to play Myst, but that was like back on the Windows 95, maybe. I mean, I don't know if they even still have it. Thomas
heard
T.
that one.
Golds. You had that one? That one was
Never
so much
heard
fun.
that one.
Oh, never heard it. Oh, it was great. It was a reactive game, whereas like these shooter games, you either get shot or you shoot somebody else. Myst, you walked up to a door. If you didn't turn the doorknob and open the door, you just stood there until you got tired and turned the game off. Way back in the day, Thomas T. Goldsmith Jr. and Estill Ray Mann filed the first patent for an interactive electronic device in 1947. That's even before I was popped. That might have been back in the days when Timmy was around. He might remember.
Yeah, I think
It was
Timmy might have
called
been
the
born back then.
He's been around. It was called the cathode ray tube amusement device. So I'm presuming it was basically Pong going ping, ping, ping. Today is also National Chocolate Milkshake Day, and that brings chocolate and ice cream lovers together. Pharmacies served the drink as a tonic and a treat to customers way back in the day. By 1900, pharmacies offered this wholesome drink with either chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla syrup. In 1922, Stephen Popowolski invented the electric blender or the drink mixer. He called it both. And due to the invention of the blender, the milkshake began to take the chipped, aerated, and frothy form that we think of today. Today is also a Day of the Programmer, and that honors the innovators who continue to change the world one program at a time, one chip at a time, one program at a time. It's also National Report Medicare Fraud Day. Now, Medicare fraud affects us all. 10% of all Medicare funds are lost due to fraud. And we, as a populace, can report Medicare fraud in two different ways, and each one has different results. One is to blow the whistle under the Department of Justice. The DOJ Reward Program, which pays 15 to 25% of the amount the DOJ recovers. And they say the average reward is somewhere around $690,000. And some rewards have been as high as $150 million. I want to go find me some Medicare fraud, please. I'm a broke sucker, ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out, or enough sense to pay attention.
I ain't winning the lottery, so I might as well try and bust somebody, right?
150 mil, I'd love it. And the other way is to report it directly, report the fraud directly to the centers themselves for Medicare and Medicaid services, the CMS. And they run both the Medicare program and the Medicaid. They have a website and a hotline that you can call to make your abuse known, or what you presume as abuse known. I have a question for you. Why was Cinderella banned from playing sports? Well,
I can't remember.
She ran away from the ball.
That was it. Oh, here
I think she had abandonment issues. I'm not sure.
I found something for you.
Okay. There you go. I like that one.
This is the actual pong sound.
The fun sound. I like that.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
That's cute. It sounds better than some of the ones we've heard for 2020 and not what this year. It has just been crazy. Although some of the sounders have been good. Rusty, when each rusted lug nuts, our compadre in crime, if you will, thinks that 2020 should be this one.
Definitely. I've seen posts where they're asking if 2020 was a vegetable, what would it be? What would your vegetable be?
Brussels sprout, by all means.
Yeah, mine would be spinach. Oh, it makes me throw up.
Oh, I like spinach. I don't mind spinach. Spinach is good.
Puke.
Spinach, especially fresh spinach. Oh, it's great in a salad. Not necessarily cooked, but fresh, torn up. Oh,
I ain't eating none. Not happening. No.
Well, my mom growing up made this spinach. Jen can help me out here. It was a fresh spinach kind of thing, but it had a hot vinaigrette bacon dressing that went on it. Make you want to smack your great grandmama, even though she was planted 6 years back. I mean, it was good stuff. So yeah, you would make it spinach. Any flavor of squash or bell pepper for me, for sure.
I don't like bell peppers either. I could come up with a list like yay big. I am extremely picky. Yeah.
Oh, well, let's see. I'm not that picky when it comes. I mean, the main things: squash, non-psilocybin fungus, bell peppers, and cooked tomatoes. Like stewed tomatoes. Yucky. And a lot of people like putting them in their chili, and it's like, ugh. And cooked celery. I love fresh celery.
I don't like celery.
But yeah, cooked, it just, I don't know, it gets a, I can't,
I'll use celery salt. Like when a recipe requires celery, I will use a little bit of celery salt, but yeah.
Well, you can get Holly can back me up on this. What I'll do a lot of times is I have a mortar and pestle, a nice little marble one that I got someplace, and I'll put my celery seed in it and then crush it because the salt's not good for you. The celery salt, a lot of salt in your system's
I
not
don't eat
good.
that
So,
much salt though.
oh, see, now I salt everything
Mm-mm.
at the table.
I
I
literally
I
I
cook
don't
with
I
very
don't.
little salt. I mean, unless you're boiling taters, boiling pasta, or oatmeal, where you have to put a pinch of salt in it to keep all the
Hmm.
foams down. Yeah, I cook with very little salt.
Yeah, I don't. My dad, when I grew up, he would literally fix his plate, sit down at the table, and before he even taste anything, my mom had to sneak and give him like whatever the artificial salt stuff was. Yeah,
Guilty as charged. I did the same
it
thing,
was really
but I
bad.
use either lemon pepper or seasoned salt. I mean, I keep a container of lemon pepper in my little well, I call it my bag, but it's that little black bag that I tote all my stuff in. It's got extra glasses and smokes. Hey, that's what I call it.
Oh man. Okay.
That's what I always called it.
I hadn't heard that in so long. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's
So,
what it is. It's an over the shoulder. I mean, it looks like a purse, but it's got
oh, I thought
my
you were talking about one of those that you tie around your waist. You see the old
fanny
man walking
pack.
around with
Lord,
one tied
no, I
around the
haven't had a
waist.
fanny pack for,
I know, but we used to call those
oh,
bags.
I used to have one that was it was a holster. You'd pull the thing apart and you'd put your pistol in it. You didn't
Mm,
have to unzip it. You just, and you were there locked and loaded.
that's funny.
Yeah, the fanny
So,
pack. No, this is an over the shoulder bag that, it's got my glasses
the
in it,
truth
my
comes
phone
out.
that I never turn on, snot rags and buggies, just all the stuff that one needs to live and
A
survive in
little
the modern
weed, a little
world.
bowl, maybe some rolling papers. No.
Yes.
Oh god.
Yes,
Okay,
because you never know what you run into.
let's get on to some stories. So, since it is fast food whatever day. Oh, man got arrested for tossing a gator into the Wendy's drive-through. 3.5 foot alligator. He threw it through the Wendy's drive-through window as a joke, but no
Oh my
one's
gosh.
laughing. The
Yeah, I
incident
guess not.
the incident occurred. It says October, but I think the article was like last year or something. So I don't know when. October of sometime. Joshua James, 23, was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals this week, whatever week it was, and is
Right.
accused of assault with a deadly weapon, illegally capturing an alligator, and charged with petty larceny. I don't know what petty larceny is. Officials say the gator was inside the restaurant and was later released into a nearby canal. I have a picture of said boy or
Uh-oh.
whoever,
So he was
whatever.
attacking him with a pre-purse or a pair of shoes before they were turned to shoes.
Yep. I guess he can kiss his life goodbye because he done fucked it up big time. Sorry for my
You fire
French.
trucked it up.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he
that would
fire
have been
trucked it.
$25.
Hey, we ain't on there yet.
Be nice. Those ones will keep. Those will bucks in the can.
Oh, let's see what else. Some people will do anything to get their fast food fix, including breaking the law. In March, an Odessa, Texas man was arrested for posing as a police officer to speed through the Whataburger drive-through line. Not only did the man pick up burgers dressed in uniform, but sped home through traffic lights using fake lights and siren on his undercover police vehicle. The man was
Ooh,
fined $15,000. Now that's an expensive meal.
talk about meals to go. That one's
I know, right?
expensive. Mm.
And at Burger King, they agreed to pay for a Burger King wedding. Um, Joel Berger and Ashley King are the couple's name, so I guess that's why Burger King decided to.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So the chain was thrilled by the unexpected publicity, garnering the union. But the couple would reportedly be supplying the wedding guests with branded yo-yos, gift bags, mason jars, and Burger King crowns, all personalized just for the new Burger Kings.
Oh my goodness gracious. That's funny. Hey, let's go have a wedding and we'll go to Burger King.
And how about this one? How far would you go to get some KFC? Canadians travel 2,000 miles for authentic KFC. A group of Canadians, they traveled from Montreal all the way to Colonel Sanders' original KFC and museum in Corbin, Kentucky. The journey took 34 hours, but for a few of the younger travelers, it was the first time they had tasted real Kentucky Fried Chicken. Was it worth it? One young boy who made the trip with his dad called it delicious. And then we have a man fined $255 for going through Taco Bell drive-thru on a horse. Horses may be the preferred.
I have one about that too.
Exactly. Horses may be the preferred method of transport in some parts of the country, but police in Texas say they don't belong in a drive-thru. Rick Braun of Allen, Texas, was fined $255 for taking his horse through a Taco Bell drive-thru. Local police say other drivers may not be able to see the horse at night, causing a traffic hazard. Also, they considered the droppings to be a sanitation issue. But Braun says he has picked up tacos many times or two on his trusty steed without incident and plans to fight the fine.
So that's what it is. You just can't go to KFC in your horsey. You have to go to the other place. Because I have one, and Ian Bell had the same problem.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He made it as far as the kiosk window last week, and the manager came out and said he'd have to leave for health and safety reasons and the other customers. And poor old John says he couldn't understand. Says his horse, John, is as good as gold. And it says horse and carts were around long before motor cars. See? And he's such a cute little pony. Mm-hmm. The photo shows, Ian and John. And he's a 7-year-old Irish cob. And they're outside the KFC restaurant there in Carlisle, Cumbria in England. And he said he had queued up behind some other cars and was about to order the bargain bucket when all of a sudden this manager came out and said, you're not allowed to go through here. And poor old Ian says, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I've done nothing wrong. John was behaving himself. He was quiet as a lamb. He's a very good, well-behaved horse. And in the end, he had to go to McDonald's for a Big Mac. No one there batted an eyelid, and they didn't say anything to him about him. And they just gave him his food, and Dad went on in at it. I think my treatment from KFC has been downright disgusting and discriminatory against people who use horse and carts. The horse and cart is a common way to life to get around, and, well, fast food franchise has spoken out in defiance of the manager's decision, and said that insisting that the safety of its guests is really important. Hold your horses, Carlisle. We're not looking to stir up trouble, and we're sorry if Ian and John had a bad experience, but safety of all our guests is really important, so we can't allow horse-drawn vehicles in our drive-up windows. I says, well, I guess I'll just have to travel and go over and try... Like I said, he went to McDonald's, and McDonald's didn't give him any kind of problems for it. Although McDonald's is kind of having their brush with bad burgers, I guess, for a lack of a better way to phrase it. I mean, McDonald's gets the brunt of a lot of jokes, I presume, but they've been left disappointed. McDonald's came out with a brand new burger. It's a triple decker. And I don't know why you would even want, a cardiac arrest like that. But it launched on September 2nd. and it's 2.19 or $2.19 in euros, which is $2.59 US, and that's really cheap. A triple decker burger for less than $3. I mean, that thing looks good. I'd bow on that thing. It's three beef patties, onions, pickles, ketchup, mustard, and cheese in a soft toasted bun.
Wait a minute.
And
What's
everything that
what's the thing? What's the the
you're thinking of the special order. Let's see, two all beef patties, special sauce,
lettuce,
cheese
cheese.
on a sesame seed bun.
No, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
There you go. Which one is that though? See, no special
That's
orders
the
don't
Big
have
Mac.
that's
Isn't it the
pretty
Big
good.
Mac?
Is it the Big Mac?
It's the Big Mac. Let's
Two
see.
all beef patty, special sauce, cheese, lettuce on a sesame seed bun, pickles,
Here
onions
we
on a
go.
sesame
Here we go.
seed.
Here we go.
All beef patties, pickles, sauce, lettuce, cheese, and the pickles. No,
Pickles, cheese. Oh,
lettuce and onion sesame all seed bun.
I think they're describing a big...
Two all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Say that again.
Two all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
two all beef patties,
Sold
special sauce, lettuce,
American.
cheese, onions, pickles, onions on a list.
McDonald's Big Mac, the big sandwich with the great big taste that everybody's talking about.
There you go. McDonald's, we just plugged your store.
And I won't even eat there.
royalties too. Ain't you a peach? Now, the folks over there in England figured that, man, they got this thing licked. It sounds so good. And people ordered them, but they are not quite coming out like they're supposed to. They're only getting like two patties, not the three. And there's a picture of the way the burger come out.
Yeah,
This
that's
place
that's the picture
must have
that's
hired a whole
up.
bunch of NAFTA workers
The
because
picture that's up is of how they show that it should look like.
this is what the folks got when they ordered it.
Okay, let me pull up the one. That's what they got right there.
We have the ones up there next to me now, the good-looking one.
Well, the good-looking one's already covered by the ugly one.
Oh,
That's what they got.
It hasn't caught up to my screen yet. Then
They got
Okay.
3 pieces of meat and cheese and pickles and onions on a smushed bun.
there we go. Looks like it's been run over by a freight train. People complained that the burger looked nothing like the ads. Obviously, others were furious that they only received 2 of the patties, not the 3. They shared the picture, and it looked like it had seen better days. Shame
yeah.
mine didn't look like that one in the advertisement. Another wrote, the new triple cheeseburger was a bit of a disappointment compared to what the ad said, along the pic of a similarly lopsided burger. A third added, ooh, this is the height of disappointment. I'm not going to give the double instead. A third person added, wouldn't bother. State of that. One person who admitted that they're big on McDonald's, and the new burger seemed tasty before adding, but look at that. Not even close. It's awful. Such a dog food. The tweet also included a collection of expectation verses, Another claim that they'd only received a 2 patty. Yeah, I said that. They said 2 patty in order and triple cheese patter. I would like 3 in there, please. The spokesman said that the new triple cheeseburger has been incredible popular new launch, and we've been pleased to see the great reaction from many of our customers on social media and the new restaurants. We appreciate that some haven't arrived with customers in their best form, and, well, we apologize for any disappointment, but they're still the same delicious burgers made from 100% British and Irish beef. Yeah.
That ain't what we heard.
I have a 12-inch cock, too, and the damn city keeps telling me if I don't get rid of that rooster in the backyard, they're going to find me. I'm telling you.
Yeah, me and Heidi heard some pretty gross things about McDonald's and what they're using in their meat. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about it right now. It's really
Well, okay, now like they were showing, and we had the pictures, we had the what it was supposed to look like, and what the poor folks were getting it. What was showing up. Now, I can kind of understand that. Think about it. Most places you go to, um, the food doesn't look anything like what you expect it to.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, the only two places that have come close to what the pictures on the menu and what they present in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
um, Denny's was one. Their stuff looks like the pictures.
Yeah.
And way back in the day, like the Shoney's, the Bob's Big Boy and those,
Mm-hmm.
their burgers would come to the table looking like the picture did, 99 and 9/10% of the time.
Yeah, I don't think very
That was
much
always my
fast food
experience.
comes looking like it does in the picture. By the time they wrap it and smush it and everything else, it just, yeah, don't look anything like it. Hey, I got a Arby's yesterday, a beef and cheddar,
Oh,
and the
if I
bun
ever
was
get you to St. Louis, you will never go to an Arby's again. Lion's Choice is so fantastic.
well,
It's
the
real
bun
meat.
was all smushy, and yeah, it was kind of crazy. I ended up with cheese all over the place.
Poor Sarah doesn't like McDonald's either. I can
I
agree,
won't eat
girl. I
McDonald's.
definitely agree.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in several years, probably 4 or 5 years.
Since I was a kid,
Oh, you should give my
I think
kids
was the
Happy Meals.
last time that I had McDonald's. Although during the so-called coronas and lockdowns, I had a hankering for some fries one day, and I tried to get, and you couldn't get inside, and the line was like around the block, and I went, "Psh, I don't need fries that bad."
Well, that was me
So I,
yesterday. I originally had a craving for a Wendy's. I wanted a bacon junior cheeseburger, a junior bacon cheeseburger.
now those are
And
good.
the line was literally around the building, and I was like, never mind. So as I'm pulling out, I see the Arby's over there, and I'm like, that sounds good. And it wasn't hardly anybody over there, so yeah, I decided to get an Arby's instead.
That's
So,
funny.
how about some fast food workers share the craziest things they've ever seen customers do?
Ooh, I bet you they have seen some crazy stuff.
A man came into Taco Bell. This is a quote that I worked at, and said the tacos he had gotten weren't right. He dumped the food on the counter and then started throwing them back behind the counter. We gave him a refund, and then his demeanor completely changed. He was calmer, and he told us to have a great day as he left us to clean up the mess. Another one.
Wow.
I was working at
Talk about being
KFC.
bipolar.
I was working at KFC, and we had a coleslaw shortage for an entire week. We had a lot of annoyed customers, but one man was really upset about it. We had a sign on the door that said we were out of coleslaw, and he comes in saying that he hopes we're joking and that we can't actually be out of coleslaw. He started throwing napkins, cups, and even our chairs around the restaurant, and my manager told me to calm him down. I offered him 2 mac and cheese sides, an extra chicken in his 20-piece bucket, which he accepted as a replacement, and we were able to get him out of the restaurant. Another one says, one guy ordered 60 chicken nuggets and just sat in the restaurant and ate the entire thing. That's just
60 of
nasty.
them?
60. Next, 2
Holy
grown
Michigan.
men started fist fighting over whose food was whose. We put out an order and one man took it, but apparently it belonged to the other guy. He punched him and the food ended up on the ground. They started fighting. We had to call the police to break it up. When they were brought out of the restaurant, they were still talking trash to each other, and I believe the one who threw the first punch was arrested. Neither of them even got their food in the end. Another one says, 2 guys came through the drive-thru at 3 a.m. and ordered 200 chicken nuggets. One of them had lost a bet about football or baseball and had to eat all 200 nuggets in an hour. We were just switching over to breakfast, and we had thrown out all of our nuggets, so we had to remake an entire order for them.
Oh my gosh. That was
Now
probably
the-
the whole bag of nuggets. And they're not even real chicken.
I know.
Nuggets
it's
is the
nasty.
last thing you ever want to order at a fast food place.
Now, on the
It's like I think they
coleslaw,
use the lips and beaks all ground up and put into the yeah.
on the coleslaw, I could care less if anybody else is out of coleslaw, as long as it is not Chick-fil-A. And now they quit selling it. They've oh god, what is the thing that they replaced it with? Some kind of leafy vegetable or something. Some kind of weird healthy salad. Yeah, their coleslaw was just yeah.
I like a good coleslaw. Now, Rocky says that, yeah, she agrees that the nuggets from elsewhere aren't real, but Chick-fil-A's are real chicken. Poor girl said she's made 2 dinners for 2 separate people, but do you remember having dinner?
No,
Did you get dinner?
no.
I didn't get dinner.
Where's mine?
Yeah, I don't know who she's making dinner for. It wasn't us. Jeez.
Where's mine?
Ooh, kale
I didn't
salad?
get no chicken.
Isn't kale's that green stuff that they use for
Kale,
decorations
yes.
on plates,
Kale
right?
salad, yes. I missed
And you
the
use that as a
coleslaw.
salad?
It's like a
Isn't
salad,
that
yeah.
like mustard greens or colored
It's-
greens?
Let me see if I can find a picture of it. It is not what.
Yeah, that's that big, rough-looking stuff. It's like decorations, not supposed to be it. Poor Rocky hadn't had din din either.
Let me see.
Well, come on down, girl. I'll feed you. And we won't go to Taco Bell. I'll
I mean, it just looks.
unless you want Taco Bell.
It looks.
You in?
Icky poo, icky poo, icky poo. Hang on.
Kale? Yeah, it's not. It's roughage and rough around the edges, and I mean, you usually use it on plates as decoration. You know, background coloring. It's like here. I don't know what you would. I mean, people a salad, unless it's pickled. Maybe if you pickled it. Oops.
I
was
don't
quick.
know, but it just doesn't. And what is that? The
I don't know. It flashed up
it-
for 1 second and then went away.
the thing that looks like it looks like raisins, but it's bigger. What are they called? Prunes,
Raisins?
maybe. I don't know.
Raisins are cranberries but they're the same size as raisins. Those
I don't
look
know,
like
but it
prunes
just-
or dates, maybe.
That is just not. That's not a good replacement for the.
Yeah, it doesn't.
They had
The walnuts
best.
look good.
They had the best. Yeah, I just.
The walnuts look really tasty. I could handle the walnuts, and I don't know if those are prunes. If they're prunes, that many would probably be bad for you. Maybe it's dates
see.
or
Yeah, dates. I think it is dates. It doesn't.
dates are good.
say
That's what they
it
use to
is.
fill fig Newtons
Oh.
with.
Okay, broccolini, whatever broccolini is, kale blend, maple
That's
vinaigrette.
Bruce Lee's vegetarian brother.
It's dried sour cherries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I ain't eating it. Sorry. Give me my coleslaw back. I want my coleslaw.
I like coleslaw. I make good slaw. Now, broccoli is Bruce Lee's vegetarian brother.
Rocky,
No?
I like the nacho supreme. She said she likes the tostadas.
Nacho Supremes from where?
I like the nacho supreme from Taco Bell.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I like the burrito supreme because it's got, meat, veggies, maters,
One of the
all the
things
good
that they
stuff
made.
in it, all rolled up, and you could hold it in your hand.
What was
It's kind of
the?
hard to drive down the road and eat Nacho Supreme. Although
what-
Six seems to be good steering with his knees. I'm not that great.
What was the thing called that they made that they folded it up and everything else, and then they put it on a thing, and it was kind of squarish.
They folded
looking.
it
What
up
was
and
that
put
called?
it on a thing.
I can't remember what it was called,
I know
but all the
they were
stuff was
toasting
on the
their
inside.
burritos like a panini. Chalupa, maybe? Chalupas are deep fried. I know they were frying their burritos like in a panini press and having them come out crunchy. And it's like, yeah, no, it's not supposed to be crunchy.
Let me see.
So in that regards, I'm not quite certain of what it may have been.
I'm trying to.
Let's see. Let's
Remember the name of it.
Rockies.
I
Ooh,
am
I
not
haven't made
signing up.
tostadas in forever. Oh, I like a good tostada. Powerball with
Specialty.
steak and chicken. That sounds good. Oh,
Crunch
Crunch
wrap.
Wrap. That's.
Crunch wrap.
Thank you, Rocky.
Yes.
She knew what we were trying to
I
describe.
love those things. Those things are really, really good. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
I don't know if I've had those. I
It's
don't think. Isn't it
good.
like a burrito that's
It's
in
it's
the
kind
folded
of
over and
quadruple. It's like a diamond.
it's folded square, but it's like not exactly fried, but it's pressed and all
It's
sealed up
pressed
together
in one of
like a grilled
those.
cheese.
It's pressed in one of those things. They put it in there and then they press it.
A panini press.
I guess. I don't know. It tastes really good. It tastes really, really good. I like.
I'm glad you like
I don't
it,
know if
Rachel.
anybody's ever eaten at Sonic. Sonic had this
Uh,
Frito burrito. Oh my gosh, that thing was the best.
Frito burrito. I used
Frito
to
burrito.
go. There was a Sonic on the way to work and in the morning I'd swing by there and get the breakfast burritos because all it was a tortilla with eggs, bacon. Poor Rocky, back to the kitchen. Um, I've got a beer already, but thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
I'm still waiting on my chicken. Yeah,
Oh boy, oh.
The Frito burrito was like a bean burrito, but it had like taco meat in it, and they put Fritos in it. Oh, it was really good.
Don't they use the chili burrito, chili Fritos, the spicy ones, or do they just use
I think
regular
they
old
were just
Fritos?
regular. Yeah, I think they were just regular ones. Yep.
That's one of that was like the first corn chip that I remember munching on as a kid was Fritos.
Oh, I love Fritos.
But they're good. They're different than regular corn chips. I like the way
Well,
at
anytime I eat
Disneyland.
chili, anytime that I eat chili, because I don't eat chili just like plain. I make a chili Frito pie where it has Cheetos. I mean
Oh, that
Cheetos.
sounds
It has
interesting.
Fritos and sour cream and onions and tomatoes and all that stuff. But the
Fresh
Fritos
maters,
are
right?
a requirement. Oh, it's delicious.
Fresh tomatoes or cooked tomatoes?
Fresh, like
Fresh, yeah.
chop them up
Like
and
all in the bowl. Oh, now see, that sounds good. Now
it
you would like
is.
my chili. You can put a knife. You can put a butter knife in the middle of my chili, and it will stand up. I make a thick chili.
I don't make
I
regular chili
use.
anymore. I make chicken chili, and I still use the Fritos, and it's awesome.
Well, it'll still be good. I use sirloin, ground sirloin, and because the sirloin's on the leaner side, I cut it with hot Italian sausage, like from Kroger or one of those places. And it's like, 3 pounds of beef to 2 pounds of taxis here to the 2 pounds of the pork. 'Cause I presume that's what they make the Italian sausage out of is pork, and that gives it good grease. And the hot gives it a little extra fire. Cut up some pepperoncinis and put in there while you're frying it. Ooh,
I like
drain all the
hot
grease
stuff.
off, and then add.
The
Now,
spicier, the better.
The only thing I put in my chili when I make it is chili powder and some chili like cayenne maybe or some diced up.
Oh yeah, I like spicy. The spicier it is, the better it is. I prefer lots of spicy foods.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to make it up here for the Southeast edition of MojoCon that's unsanctioned by the station, because I've got some pineapple in the fridge that you do with peppers. They clean out your sinuses. They are good, good, good. I finally took the pepper back out of it because it was getting.
Yeah.
They have aged well.
There's this show, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's Don't Do That or Don't. And they always have they have people do things that they can't refuse to do. And one of them is they walk on a treadmill with a big hot light shining on them, and they have to eat
Okay.
5 different high scaled peppers, of some
peppers,
sort.
like ghost peppers and
Like the last
death peppers, those kind
one,
of things.
the fifth one will usually be like a ghost pepper, and it'll start small with just your regular little tiny peppers and stuff, and then they work their way up to the ghost pepper, and they have to refuse. They'll offer them a drink after each one, and the object is for them to turn the drink down and make it to the fifth one and still turn the drink down.
My cojones aren't that big. And now, are they giving you milk to drink?
It's funny because at the beginning they'll offer them like water or maybe a sweet tea or something else. The last one they'll offer them a milk. Anybody that eats peppers, like eats them a lot, knows
Milk.
don't touch water when you're eating a pepper. That intensifies
All it
it.
does is spread it around.
Oh my God.
Hey,
And
let's just
that-
irrigate your tonsils with fire.
I've heard don't drink water, and the other thing that I've heard is when you're eating it, don't open your mouth because the air as it comes into your mouth will also intensify it. You know how people go like that? All
Right.
you're doing is making it worse. So
Sucking in fumes, hot fumes.
it's crazy.
That would be murderous. No, I wouldn't like that. No,
Yeah.
no. I don't mind flavorful. Flavorful is good. A little bit of heat for flavor, but I don't need anything that I can, cook a meal by itself just by setting it on top of the thing. My neighbor Jenny, growing up, had some hot peppers that she kept on her table in a little tiny, itty bitty, teeny tiny jar. If you wanted your stuff hot enough to melt the plate, you just wave that jar over it. If you really wanted
Right.
to burn holes in the countertop, you actually took some out of the jar. It was hot. I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of tiny peppers were ground up in it, but it was like a little red paste. But
I can't do that.
boo. One drop would yeah.
Can't do
Not
it.
good.
Not happening.
No, like I say, I don't need anything that I'm trying to eat a quart of ice cream praying the next day. Come on,
Yeah,
ice cream.
exactly.
Yeah, no, I'll pass.
So what is your next story?
That is terrible. Hey, I have one where some people blew some money. I mean, big time money. A YouTube star has come under fire online after putting on what he dubbed the biggest.
Bingo.
And try this again in English. The biggest gender reveal ever. He
Okay.
is a Syrian Canadian, and he's a vlogger. So I don't understand what a blogger and a vlogger is. The difference is
They do video. They do a blog,
that
but
means
it's
he's
not
a
written.
video.
They do a blog, but it's a video blog. That's what a vlog is. A blog.
Okay,
you
so in other
actually
words, he does
write.
like us. So
Well, they do it
I
like
just
on a
heard us.
website.
That was weird.
Like a What happened?
Oh, I heard us a couple of times there. That was weird. So he does video blogging like you do the Ain't You a Peach
Yeah,
type
except for he does a
blog, but
video
his is
instead
with
of
video. Okay.
actually writing it.
Let's see. His name is Anas. That's Anas. Anas Marwa. Anas Marwa. My Anas is Marwa.
My
Put on a
anus hurts.
spectacle for his family and 7.5 million followers. Holy mashigana. If I could get half of them to send me $1, I'd be a campy hamper. To celebrate the upcoming arrival of his second child. Now, gender reveals have been big talking points online in recent days, especially after, the one where the fireworks started the San Bernardino fire in California, So gender reveals are a big thing. And he wanted to get people's tongues a-wagging, along with his wife, Alea, and daughter, Mila. Anas and the family gathered in Dubai to light up the city's iconic Barja Kafa in pink or blue to announce the sex of their baby. The building is the tallest in the world, standing at 829.8 meters with 160 floors. All right, hey Google, how much is 289.8 meters? Stupid Rip, it's not going to answer. A lot. And we have a clip of
Yes.
the gender reveal on Instagram. And they gathered and shows the countdown projected on the Bruja Khalifa.
I call it
And
the bird.
the family watched, dressed in their sparkling gowns. Yeah, seeing that all pretty, isn't that nice?
عم يصرخوا هلا انه باقي 1 minute للايفنت.
المهم مهما كان بنت أو صبي I love you so much.
That audio is really loud. You gotta turn it down. Turn it down here.
طول ما احنا سوا الفرحة تملى القلب بالحب ارتوى
That audio is awful loud. Can you turn that down?
واللي بكرة نستنى
The audio again.
Okay.
There we go. Woo. That hurt
Was
my
it loud?
ears. Owie.
Weird.
Yeah, that was like 4 bazillion decibels.
Rather odd.
So,
I said that's rather odd.
they did the reveal, as we just saw. It cost them $350,000
Oh, I can imagine.
to rent the building to have those lights come on and say, "We love you, it's a boy." Many of their video people, the guys online, not everybody was impressed. A lot of people on Twitter branded the whole thing as ridiculous and nauseating. And some's criticizing the couple. $350,000 is a lot. One person went more than the nauseating ridiculous of gender reveals. I give you this. So it'd be $350,000 Dubai. I'm ashamed for them, but it seems they have no shame. I pity the children. Another said, this Arab couple paid that much money to reveal how stupid are humans nowadays.
I know, right?
10 seconds of your time, $350K. I wouldn't mind having that kind of coinage to spend. Think about it. If you can spend $350 and go, yeah, that was a nice little 90 seconds.
That's just stupid.
He's got to be making some serious coinage off of YouTube.
That is just, to me, that's
How
just
do we
stupid.
can we get that? Can we get hundreds of thousands of dollars from YouTube?
I don't know. I think it's stupid.
Another one said, I think it's crazy. I mean, it looked kind of cool in a sense. Different users said, I'm going to make a comment about the gender reveal, but it's so disgusting and tone deaf and full of opportunistics that I decided it wasn't worth my energy. And good Lord, you said a whole paragraph to decide you're not going to say nothing? That don't make no
right?
sense.
Yeah, I don't know. That's yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass.
I mean, it looked neat. I guess it's better than popping balloons or, blowing. Although the blowing the part stuff up is cool. Brad and Becca did that for Memphis. Went out to his uncle's farm and shot a tannerite target that turned blue. And lo and behold, guess what? They had a boy.
I just
Little
don't.
Memphis.
I just don't get the whole gender reveal thing. We didn't do that stuff when we were younger. You waited until the baby was born and you just, whatever. All right, we got a new baby.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was new. It was fresh. Nowadays, yeah, it's like, okay, we have the schools picked out. We know what kind of car he's going to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
A lot of people
They
put
have
their kids
everything
in
already
school.
planned out. They haven't even popped it out yet.
People put their kids in school when they're 2 years old. I mean, come on, seriously. And it's got to be some prestigious school now because we want our child to be intelligent.
Well, I think a lot of those, it has to be the Blue schools, yes.
I just think it's stupid.
I think part of that, too, is both parents working, so nobody's at home taking care of kids. Like when we were, generally speaking, the male of the household worked, and the mom raised the kids, and you got in trouble. It was always wait until your father gets home, and you had to suffer for hours until he got there to beat your ass because you'd already had your ass beat by mom, and then when dad got there, he beat your ass for screwing up. So
Weren't
yeah,
trannies,
it was terrible back in those days.
Weren't trannies just recently trying to put an end to gender things because you should wait until the child is about however many years old before you decide if it's a boy or a girl and give it a name.
Okay. So what do you call it? Thing one, thing two, if you have more than one? I mean, that's kind of like, Sam, I'm not eating green eggs and ham. I am not.
Makes no sense to me, but I mean,
Why
that
would
was
you-
going on for a period of time last year, I think, where they were like, anti-gender parties because you don't know if the child is a boy or a girl, regardless of their genitalia.
Oh, well, I pretty much thought that's what determined whether you were a stander or a sitter. Was kind of what was hanging there in the equipment. If it was down to your knees, you were probably standing there. If there weren't nothing, you was probably sitting there. At least that's pretty much how I always thought it went. But hey,
Well, my question is, if you aren't claiming it as a boy or a girl, talking about stand up or sit down, is when you're potty training them, do you potty train them to do both, one or the other, or what?
oh no, you don't. You just let them run through the backyard feral.
Oh, well, that's
That
true.
helps keep the lawn green.
That's very true. Yep.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's what they do in California, but I don't know.
So has anyone ever done a note in a bottle, or as the police say, message in a bottle?
Bottle. Yeah, I think all of us have at one time or another as youngins, haven't we?
I don't think I ever did, but I've seen a lot of stories about it. So apparently, in August, a Delaware woman, she wrote a message in a bottle with a friend, was reunited with her note 35 years later when a kayaker plucked it out of a river. Now I have
Wowzer, that's a slow stream.
I have a video that will tell you the whole story.
Tonight, one Sussex County woman is reunited with a letter she wrote 35 years ago. A kayaker found it floating in a bottle earlier this month and was able to track her down. WRDE's Mallory Metzner takes us to the day the bottle was returned and shows us how it traveled through changing tides and time.
Can you kick that up to?
Please write back when you receive this and tell us about yourself.
Kathy Riddle and her friend
won't
Stacy
go any
Wells
louder.
put this letter in a bottle on August 1st, 1985.
We like animals a lot. Do you have any pets? We have a dog. My cousin and I, we were staying at the beach and we decided to write the letter and send it out and see how far it went.
The girls threw the bottle into the water at Prime Hook Beach. Just over 35 years later, Brad Walksmouth
It was just very innocent and very nice.
found this mobile time capsule while he was kayaking in the Broadkill River.
As we usually do as kayakers, we try to pick up trash out of the water when we can.
Walksmouth says he found the letter floating on the Broadkill about 2 miles that way on August 8th, just a few days after Tropical Storm Isaias turned up the water.
My friend Jeff said, I think there's something in there. So when we got to shore, I pulled the bottle out of the back of the kayak, opened it, and found the letter.
Walk Smooth went to the Milton Historical Society to get in touch with Kathy, who grew up in Milton. The curator reached out to family who still lives in the area to put the two in touch, and on August 20th, he returned the letter.
With the tides and the amount of storms that come through here, tropical storms, nor'easters, hurricanes over 35 years, you would expect that maybe that wouldn't end up in the same waters.
A message in a bottle travels through changing tides and times.
It didn't travel very far, but perhaps it traveled the world and came back.
Now back in the hands of those who wrote it. With coverage you can count on, I'm Mallory Metzner in Milton, WRDE Coast TV News.
I thought it was kind of cute.
That is cute.
really
wouldn't it be neat to have it found like that?
Mm-hmm. I think it is. I mean, it's like history coming back at you. You know what I mean?
I think so. It is. It's getting so cool to be, you know.
It is approaching the end, and the music is fixing to start any minute.
Oh, goodness. It's the end of another fantabulous Saturday. I thank you guys all for tuning in. You can always catch me on Twitter at Leprechaun56. Drop me a note, or in the MeWe chat rooms. I'm always around somewhere. You can catch the Daily Hello over on the MeWe chats and hear it audibly. And leave us a note anytime, everywhere.
And we'll see y'all next Saturday at same time, same station.
HG channel.
Go